Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make this drop-in lid box. The carcass is made of red oak. The top is made of perduc strips with US maple and a nice wenge handle in the front. The interior is a blue interior with a redwood trays. I'm going to show you exactly how to make this box. It's going to be fun. At the end of it, I'm going to give it away to one of my subscribers. So just leave a comment in the box below and I'll pick one, I'll send it up to you. I've already sent one up to northern New South Wales, as long as you're in Australia. As long as you're in Australia. I'll do an international one soon. So let's get on with it. Okay, here I am cutting the redwood strip for the carcass. It's about 75mm wide. And then after that I'll put it through the planer down to about 15mm. Cutting the maple oversized, over length. Okay, cutting the two perduc strips go in the centre. And then I've got to cut the maple down into 3 strips, one 35mm for the centre and 2 outer wings which are going to be oversized. I've cut the top, ready for glue up. As you see there, it's got the 2 perduc centre strips and the 2 outer wings. The only thing that you have to cut exactly is the centre strip of maple in between the 2 perduc strips. The outer wings can be oversized. So the top is oversized in the length and oversized in the width. Ready to cut down for the final after it's all glued up. Okay, I put tape on the cramps so the glue doesn't stick to the grooves in the cramps. I rub the glue in so it's spread evenly all the way around the joint. You rub them up and down a few times, that'll do it. Okay, I have 2 cramps on the bottom, wipe the excess glue off the top, and then I'll put a cramp across the centre again. Just to get even pressure. Okay. Okay. I use soap on the base of the planer, but it helps the timber glide through it, and it doesn't soak up like an oil or like a silver spray. Planing the red oak down to about 15mm, and now I'm going to cut it into 4 equal pieces. Okay, over to the miter saw to cut the miters. Okay, so setting up a stop, so like the two long ones are the same. Then I'll do the same to the ends too. Okay, there you go guys. I cut the miters on the drop saw. You don't have to use a table saw all the time where you find work. If you've got a good miter saw, that can do the job just as well. Look at that, come up perfect. But before I mitered them, I forgot to put the groove in for the bottom. I normally do that before I miter, but you can do them after you miter. It doesn't really matter. And I'll be using 3mm Luan ply. I'll be using this ply for the bottom. There's only a small bottom. 3mm fine.
Okay, doing the grooves in multiple passes of the saw. I think I've done it in about three passes. Trick is here to always keep moving your fence towards the blade.
It's time to cut and fit your bottom. Remember, it's got to fit into the groove. But if you make it too small, it'll fall out. If you make it too long, it'll stop the miter from closing up. So just take your time.
Okay, using the masking tape method to hold the miter together, wire glue. Flipping it over. Now I can start gluing. You don't need excessive glue on the joint, just enough. You get that with experience. How much to put on? And then put the bottom in. Oops. And then just fold it up like a piano accordion. How easy is that? And tape up the final joint. Okay, here comes the box clamp. These box clamps are great because they keep everything square and they pull up all miters. Okay, just nip it up a bit and then you move it into the center so you get even pressure on the joint all the way around. And do it up. Check for square. And just wipe a bit of the excess glue off the inside. There's not much, it's just a little.
Okay guys, things are going great. We've got the box all in the box clamps. That's all finished. Waiting for that to dry. We've got the lid in the Bessie clamps. That's almost dry. And now we're going to concentrate on the tray. The tray that goes inside the box after it's finished. Which I'm going to make out of redwood. There. I make them about 9mm thick by about 35mm high. You don't want them too high because then you can't get your fingers in to pick up your rings in the bottom. About 35-40mm high. Great. Okay, now I'm going to put the trays together with a pin gun. It's a headless pin gun. It uses 23 gauge headless pins. You can hardly see where they go in. They go as well. You can buy these at Bunnings for about 130, 140 bucks. And they're, for box making, they're an essential. They really are an essential. They make life so easy. Okay, let's machine the redwood for the trays.
Okay, I got the redwood out of an old house. They were demolishing. They were the old skirting boards. They're over 100 years old, as you see the paint on the edge. And I like using softwood for the trays. Just they hold the nails better. They don't split. And they're easy to use. Just cutting down now to about 37, 38 mil, so I can put it to the planer. There you go. Put it to the planer down to about 9 mil here.
Hey guys, I just finished putting the tray together with the headless pin gun. Of course, I forgot to press record, so I'll have to show it to you next time. But it worked well. When you make the trays, make them a little bit loose, so that they can come in and out easy. Just a little bit, about a mil and a half each way. So just slide in easy. That's all it is. Also, they're only butt jointed. You don't need to miter your trays, so that way you can just pin them all together, all the same width, just easy. Okay, one of the last things we have to do is to cut the false bottom that holds the material for the tray to sit on. So cut a bit of free ply, oversize, because we have to recut it after it's all glued up. Okay, now we're just going to glue it up. I just use normal type 1-3. Spread your glue out. Okay, just lay your material over the top. Press it down with your hand. And if you've got a bit of weight, you can put a bit of weight on it. But if you haven't, don't worry about it. It'll stick. And just let it sit there and dry. Okay guys, here we are, another day. The box is all dry. We'll take it out of the cramp now. I haven't planed it up yet, but it's just coming up well too. I make the lid oversized a lot, but when you're planing down and cut things, you got to give yourself room to move. You got to give yourself room to move. The tray's finished, bottom, and the plywood bottom's all glued up and all finished too. So we're ready to roll today. The thing we have to do now is to put splines in the box. So that's one of the first things that I'm going to show you. Should be good. Look at that, come on, great. Okay guys, I'll give you a bit of background on myself. I'm a 69-year-old, 69 this year, damn, 69-year-old retired cabinet maker. Been cabinet making all my life. Been making furniture and kitchens, shop fittings, all heavy stuff. And I am totally over making heavy things. I can't lift them anymore. So that's why I like making boxes. Still love my woodwork, but these are small and they are great. As a surprise for you, I'm going to give away every box I make to an Australian subscriber. You subscribe to me and I will pick one out and I will just send you the box. I've already sent the Japanese toolbox up to northern New South Wales, so this box will go to another subscriber. I just like to give back a bit. Okay, if you're going to make boxes, you need a spline jig, and this is mine. Just a simple plywood and pine spline jig that fits over my fence and can slide so I can set the fence wherever I want it. There are hundreds of them on the internet. Just pick one, make one. They're easy to make. It's just a box, a right angle where your box fits in there, and spline it, turn it, so it's fairly easy.
Okay, putting the splines in, the spline grooves in, put 2 on each corner. Don't make them too deep, don't go through. Just take your time, you'll be right. Now you got to glue the splines in. When you cut the splines, don't make them too tight over, but you won't get the bastards in. There'll be a little gap. It's just, you work it out, Okay, budding the top now flat, so I can put it through the planer. That's one pass will do it. Couple of times through the planer. I've got a helical head in both the bud and the planer, so everything comes up great. Gone are the days of the noise.
Okay, it's time to cut the lid down. We're going to make the lid 1/8 of an inch over all the way around. So I find a centre point, but you've got to keep the 2 perduc strips in the centre of the box. So you don't want them over to one side. You've got to put them in the centre. So you've got to find the centre of the top and the centre of the box and line them up. Then just put a mark, just eye up the end of the box, each box. But remember, you've got to go out another 1/8 of an inch after that. So they're the end of the boxes. I've got to go 1/8 of an inch each way after that, approximately. About there, and about there. So, the outside mark is what I've got to take off. And you've also got to do the same to the length.
Okay, here I am putting the rebate in so the top can fit inside the box. Make it a little bit, not too tight, a little bit loose, because people will be taking the iron off and you want it to fit easy. Okay, now here I am putting a 45-degree chamfer on the box. I've done that in about 4 passes, I think. I like to take a little bit at a time. Don't be too greedy. And I always do the end grain first, 2 end grains first.
Okay, the top's all routed, finished and rebated. Just need the good sand. And the splines are drying, and I'm just going to make it a good looking handle for it now, and it'll come up great. It's coming up good anyway, isn't it?
Okay, here I am just trenching a little bit of perduc for the wenge handle. I trenched them as a pair, and then I cut them, so I didn't have to handle small pieces. See, I'm using my new thread there, and then I sand 45-degree angle on them. Don't try to cut them; they'll jump on you. So when you're using small things, use hand tools or sanders. Don't try to use saws. They'll bite. Okay, the bobbin sander doing the inside curve of the handle now.
Look at that, a nice 3-piece handle. I'll sand the lid up first, and then I'll glue the handle on. And the lid will be finished. We're almost there. Look at that, come out great, didn't it? The handle itself is wenge. It just makes for a good contrast. The wenge and the perduc and the maple.
Okay, here I am gluing the bottom part of the handles on, make sure it's a square. With the Type 1 glue, Type 1 3 glue, it sticks. It's just really good stuff. Okay, a little bit in the groove now before I put the winch handle top on. And just press it down and rub it in a bit and just leave it. Alright, we need a little extra screw off. And cutting the spline with a Japanese pull saw. Be careful when you cut the spline, when you get near the edge, you've got to take it slowly, softly. There you go. Same with the other side, just slowly.
Okay guys, our box is just about finished. Come out great, look at it. Top, the handle, the interior. The only thing that we have to do is ready for sanding and polishing. The only thing we have to do after it's polished is to cut the internal bottom to fit it in the box. We can't do it before it's polished because we get polish all over the material. So that's why we put it on a 3mm back, so we can cut it afterwards and just glue it in after it's all polished and finished. So it's time for you to start sanding and polishing. I use 3 coats of spray polish, but you can use anything. You can use an oil finish, you can use anything you like. I'll leave that all up to you. Just experiment and see what you come up with. I'll see you after it's all polished. Okay, the bottom just gets glued in there with a bit of silicone. Okay. All done, all finished.
That's it, all finished. Came out great.
Hey guys, the drop in the lid box, totally finished. Came out great, didn't it? The nice winch handle and the 2 perduc strips down the side. A blue interior with a redwood tray and a red oak Carcass. Come up really good, didn't it? Really good. Okay, I'm going to give this box away like I did the last time. I've already sent my last box, the Japanese toolbox, up to northern New South Wales. So just drop a comment in the box below and tell me what state you're in, so I know that you've watched the video all the way to the end. And I'll pick one and I'll just send it to you. So yeah, so anyway, so that's it. Please subscribe and ring the bell. I'm on your new channel trying to get some subscribers, and giving away boxes I think is a good way of doing it. So what we make will be a hinged lid box. There's about 5 different ways to hinge a box lid, but we'll try the standard way first. Thank you, see you next time.